Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing a makeup look that I've been seeing all over TikTok and Instagram. It's the look that all the supermodels, Kendall Jenner, Bella Hadid, are all supposedly using to get that cat eye and that very lifted effect. So supposedly this makeup should make you look like you've had a facelift, which would be great if we could all look like that without having to pay for it. So if you don't have me on any of my socials, I put a post up saying once that I get to 100 subscribers that I'm going to be doing a giveaway. So if you could please subscribe and give my channel so much love, I'd really appreciate it. It will be some sort of makeup or skincare goodie. So once I get closer to it, I'll let you guys know what that is. But yeah, thank you so much for watching and we'll get on with it. Firstly, we're going to be using the Laura Mercier Radiance Primer. This is just going to be going all over. And then going to be taking the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer. Just a tiny bit of this onto my nose. And this stuff is amazing. I've never used the Touch Silk Canvas, which I think this is what it's a dupe for. But you can already see this is already blurred out. Today we're going to be using this Hourglass Illusion Hyaluronic Skin Tint. This might not be enough coverage for what I'm going for, so I will just see how it goes. So this I'm going to be using on my Sigma F84, which is just an angled kabuki brush. This is a very thick, feels like a moisturiser, and I do have a little bit of fake tan left, so hopefully this will blend out and won't be too dark. Now we're moving on to the main part of this whole tutorial. I'm using the Conceal and Hydrate. This is in C2. So in all the videos that I've watched, they are using quite a light concealer. So I'm just going to place it in the places that I saw and then explain what's happening once it's done. So this is quite messy, but this is the placement that I've seen. So by having it in the inner corner, this is going to largen this area of the face. So this is going to be lifting here, and then just by putting it here, you're then going to be lifting these sides a bit, so you should then be getting that quite lifted eye look. And then obviously underneath where you usually contour, that's going to lift it up, and once you've contoured, that will all make sense there as well. So I'm just going to use my Real Technique sponge and just blend all of this out. So this is what it now should look like. I can already see my eyes lifting up slightly. I don't have the best face shape and eye shape for this. That's why I thought it'd be quite a good idea to test it out, just to see if you don't already have that lifted face, to see if it should help you or make a difference. So I've just put a bit of the wax from this Urban Decay brow box through my brows, and I've just put some powder on. So now we're going to be moving on to the contour. You need quite a small brush for this part. So I'm actually going to be using the Morphe R36, which is meant for highlight, but a brush is a brush. You can use it for whatever you want. So I'm going to be going into the Morphe 8L palette, and I'm going to be using Donut and Debutante and just mixing between those two shades. Not below the contour line, just slightly above it is where you want to place this product, and do little round motions. And then start blending. So how have you all been this week? I actually have got to the point where I'm used to being in quarantine and used to not doing anything. Like, I miss my family and friends so much, but I think you do end up getting into a routine. And I have been on a mission to lose weight and have now lost a stone, which is very exciting. But I think doing little things like that definitely does keep you busy. I've also been decorating my room, which is why my background's been changing every other video, so I do apologise about that, but that should be stopping soon. So yeah, I'm going to be laying wallpaper tomorrow, which is very exciting. Yeah, no one understands because it's not. I'm filming. She's better off with the French guy. She's going to some party tonight that constantly cares. It should be feeling a lot more lifted and snatched, really. I'm going to do blush, a tiny bit of highlight. Blush today is the Anastasia Peachy Love Blush Trio. I'm going to be using, I have no idea what this brush is from, but a brush like this for the blush. I'm just going to be going into this one and this one. And I'm sorry if I keep sort of looking over this way. I have it angled so I can see myself in the mirror to make sure that I'm still in focus. So I have to keep checking. So with the blush, just going from the apples of the cheeks and sort of running along where that contour went. And then with whatever's left over, just going down the forehead and the bridge of the nose. I'm going to be using my classic Sigma. Wow, that's rude. And this is why I get through so many brushes, because apparently I just fling them across the room. Starting again, we're going to be using this Hourglass highlight. This is the incandescent strobe lighting. This is quite a nice pinky. And this is a nice highlight, especially for these sort of looks, because they do have lifted cheekbones, but they're not especially blinding and glittery. So this is a really good highlight for that sort of thing. And so the highlight literally just on the top of the cheekbones, making sure it doesn't get anywhere else, because that's the only bit that you want lifted. And you could also, if you want it lifted even more, put down some brightening powder before you go onto that, or having some light banana powder underneath the eyes, which will really help to brighten it up even more. So this is what it should be looking like now, and then I'll zoom on in and we'll move on to the eyes. So we're now nice and zoomed in. For the eyeshadow, we're going to be using this Morphe 35R. It's full of nice browns and golds. So for looks like this is actually perfect. And Morphe is always a good option because it's nice and cheap and you can always rely on their quality. I'm going to be putting a base down today, and the base I'm using is the MAC Painterly Pro Longwear Paint Pot. This one, they have loads of colours, you just sort of match it against your skin tone. I'm then going into this shade here. Next, I'm going into this shade here. The way it's coming up on the camera, it looks a lot darker than it is, but this is quite a light, like a pinky mauve shade. So with the same brush, I'm then putting that across the eyelid. So this is the only shade we are using like all over on the lid. We're then going into this brown shade that was next to the original shade. And with this, we are just running about halfway along the eye and then outwards. This is the Morphe M222. Wrong palette. We are then going to be going into a darker shade, so we will be going into this shade up here. Will also be the darkest. We will be going into this one here. Now we should have lines like so. And we're going to be going back into the Morphe M222 brush, and we're just going to blend that so it's nice and soft. So this is what the top half looks like. I'm then going to put some lashes on and I'll be back to do the underneath. So now that we've got a pair of lashes on, these are a pair of Doll Beauty lashes, however I can't remember the exact names. As long as you have a lash that is shorter at the front and then wisps out, giving that cat eye look, that will work perfectly. You also don't need lashes, you can just put some mascara on and leave it like that if that's your sort of thing, but I think having the lashes helps with the look to be pulled out, and it just makes it a little bit more dramatic because there is less on the eyes. If I do find out the name of these, I will just put it in the description bar down below. Now that these are on though, we're just going to quickly do the under eye. For the under eye, I'm just using this brush, the Morphe M222. So the colour that we're going to be going into now is, if it focuses, this one and this one. Mixing between both of them. I'm just doing it from here outwards and connecting it. So I'm then going to be going into this shimmer shade here, just getting onto my brush and just going right into the inner corner like so. This is now what the eye should look like. I think it's really nice, really sultry. It's definitely pulled back. I'm going to put some mascara on the lower lashes and then we'll move on to the lips. What have you guys been watching on Netflix? Because honestly, I need something new. I'm rewatching Gossip Girl for, I honestly think it's the 7th time, and I can't keep watching it. Like, there has got to be something else. So please let me know your recommendations, because I am so bored of watching. I mean, I'm not bored, I love it, I wouldn't carry on watching it, but I need to watch something else. It is getting ridiculous now. We're then going to be using the Anastasia Beverly Hills lip palette. I'm going to be honest, I have a feeling she might not be doing this anymore, but I mean, if you do want it, see if you can get it. I'm just gonna wipe the makeup off my lips. Not that it takes long because mine are non-existent. So for the classic Modelesque lips, it's all about 90s at the moment, having the really dark lip liner and then a lighter lipstick in the middle. So today I'm going to be using this Rimmel lip liner in Cappuccino. So I'm then going to be going into this shade here, which is number 11. Yeah, number 11. Lastly, have my Fenty Glow Gloss Bomb, and this I'm just going to put right into the centre. Like so, just to largen that part. So this is the finished makeup look. I'm actually in love with this. I think I'm going to be doing this a lot more often, especially with the concealer and the contour tricks. I really do think it just lifts everything and it makes it look a lot more like it's that sultry look, which is really nice. I also have my hair quite tightly back. I've put my baby hairs back, even though they're all starting to try and come back out again, but that also does help if you have your hair lifting in the same direction. So this is going like this, so my hair's going the same way. It just really lifts it all up into one. So that's another good little trick, and they all have their hair quite slick back at the moment. That seems to be the way to have your hair. Yeah, so I hope you've enjoyed this makeup look. I'd love to see if any of you do any recreations of it. Please let me know. Please let me know other videos you'd like me to do. I'm just trying to get as much done and stuff that people actually want to see, so just let me know and I can do any of it. If you want to see more videos from me, I can always start doing 2 videos a week, so please just tell me, and please give me a like, give me a subscribe. At 100 subscribers I will be doing a giveaway, so keep looking out for that. It should be happening soon. I do want it to go before the end of lockdown, so that would be amazing if that could happen. But yeah, I hope you really enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. I love you all, and please all keep safe and have an amazing day. Bye.